About 24 French trawlers sailed to Jersey to stage a protest Thursday. One vessel briefly entered the main harbour on the island.
We come today because we have always fished in the waters there. We have always fished here. And then overnight, they take away all our fishing rights.
Britain dispatched 2 warships to Jersey to monitor the situation. The ships returned to port after the French protest finished late Thursday, and the British government said it remains on standby. France also deployed 2 maritime patrol vessels to the area. Talks between the fishermen and Jersey authorities failed to come up with a solution. Jersey is British, but lies just off the French mainland. Under Britain's exit deal from the European Union, special provisions were included for the island's fishing grounds.
French boats that were catching fish in Jersey waters for at least 10 days a year between 2017 and 2020 have the right to continue doing so on into the future. What it seems has happened is that the Jersey authorities have taken a very restrictive approach to proving that you were fishing and how much you were fishing in the last 3 years.
France has threatened to cut off Jersey's electricity supply.
We are ready to use these retaliatory measures. Europe, France, has the means. It's written into the agreement. So as far as Jersey is concerned, I would remind you, for example, of the transport of electricity by submarine cables.
The British government said it would seek a solution.
To work together to make sure that operationally, on the ground, we iron out any issues, any problems, so that this historic deal between the United Kingdom and the EU, one of the most important deals we have struck, we've put in place, works for people, for communities, for the fishing communities.
Fishing makes up a fraction of 1% of British and European economies, but fishing is a potent cultural and political force, says Kane.
Fishermen are, after all, in a modern economy, they're the only people who are still basically hunter-gatherers. They go out and find food and bring it back. And so there's that kind of primal dimension to fishing that maybe makes it a bit sensitive. In addition to that, it's deeply rooted in coastal communities. People seem to care very much about it to a degree that is wildly disproportionate to its economic importance. And then politically as well, it's quite frankly useful for both sides to be pushing this story because it has so much resonance.
The European Union has called for a de-escalation of the dispute, but analysts say tensions over fishing likely will continue as Britain seeks to fulfil its Brexit promise to take back control. Henry Richwell for VOA News, London.